A 2021 meta-analysis published in the journal Medicine reviewed 12 randomized controlled trials on ashwagandha supplementation and found that products using the KSM-66 or Sensoril extract at doses between 300 and 600 milligrams daily produced statistically significant reductions in cortisol, measurable improvements in sleep quality, and meaningful reductions in perceived stress. The research is real, the clinical effect is real, and the vast majority of ashwagandha products sold in the United States contain neither of those extract forms nor anything close to those doses. The adaptogen supplement market is worth over $1 billion annually. Most of it is actively selling you powdered ashwagandha root with no standardization, no verified Withanolide content, and no dosing that matches a single clinical trial that has ever shown a meaningful result. 9 brands on this list have turned a genuinely powerful medicinal plant into a profitable placebo. 2 brands got the science right. Stay until the end. Here is the one fact that separates an ashwagandha product that works from one that does nothing. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic root that contains active compounds called withanolides. Withanolides are the molecules responsible for the cortisol-reducing, stress-modulating, and performance-enhancing effects documented in clinical research. Raw ashwagandha root powder contains approximately 0.3 to 1% withanolides by weight, depending on the plant source and growing conditions. A standardized extract, by contrast, concentrates the withanolide content to a verified minimum percentage, typically 5% for KSM-66 and 10% for Sensoril. This means a 300 milligram dose of KSM-66 delivers the withanolide equivalent of roughly 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams of raw root powder. A product using raw ashwagandha root powder at 300 milligrams is delivering a withanolide dose that is 7 to 10 times lower than what the clinical research uses. The label says ashwagandha. The withanolide content determines whether it does anything at all. Almost no brand selling raw root powder tells you this. Almost none of the brands on this list use a standardized extract. Number 9. Nature's Bounty Ashwagandha. It is one of the most widely distributed supplement brands in the United States, sold in every major pharmacy and big box retailer. Nature's Bounty Ashwagandha uses raw root powder at 450 milligrams per serving. No standardization declared. No withanolide percentage listed. No extract form specified. For a consumer buying this product to address stress, anxiety, sleep problems, or athletic recovery based on the clinical research they have read about ashwagandha, the product they are taking has no verified relationship to any clinical trial that has ever produced a measurable result. The consumer does not know this because the label does not tell them. The brand does not disclose it because disclosing it would require explaining why their product is formulated below clinical standards. Nature's Bounty is owned by Nestlé Health Science. This is the 4th time Nestlé has appeared in a supplement decoded video as the parent company behind a supplement product that fails to deliver what the clinical research supports. The pattern is consistent. It is a margin decision made at the corporate level and applied across every brand in the portfolio. Number 8. Goli Ashwagandha Gummies. The ashwagandha gummy. Goli built its brand on apple cider vinegar gummies and has since expanded into every trending supplement category with the same gummy delivery mechanism. Goli's ashwagandha gummies contain KSM-66 extract, which is the correct extract form. The dose is 150 milligrams per gummy, and at the recommended serving of 2 gummies, that is 300 milligrams total. This is at the low end of the clinically studied range and is theoretically possible to be effective. The problem is the gummy format. The heat and moisture exposure during gummy manufacturing degrades withanolide content. Goli does not publish batch-level withanolide verification data, confirming that 300 milligrams of KSM-66 in their finished gummy product retains the withanolide content of 300 milligrams of KSM-66 in a capsule, the right extract, the wrong delivery mechanism, an unverified finished dose. Number 7. Himalaya Ashwagandha. Himalaya is an Indian herbal company with a long history in Ayurvedic medicine. Their ashwagandha uses root extract but does not specify whether it is KSM-66, Sensoril, or another standardized form. They list withanolide content at 1.5%, which is above raw powder but significantly below the 5% standardization of KSM-66. At their listed dose and withanolide percentage, the effective withanolide delivery per serving is approximately 3.75 milligrams. Clinical trials using KSM-66 at 300 milligrams with 5% withanolides deliver 15 milligrams. Himalaya is delivering approximately 1/4 of the withanolide dose associated with clinical efficacy. The product is better than raw powder. It is not a clinically effective ashwagandha product. Number 6. Solgar Ashwagandha Root Extract. Solgar again. The premium brand that sells vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 as separate products applies the same logic to ashwagandha. Their ashwagandha root extract is standardized to 2.5% withanolides. Better than Himalaya, it is still half the standardization of KSM-66. At their 400 milligram dose and 2.5% withanolide content, Solgar delivers 10 milligrams of withanolides per serving, compared to the 15 milligrams in a standard KSM-66 protocol. For a premium brand charging premium prices, selling a withanolide content 2/3 of what the leading clinical trials use is a margin decision dressed up as a formulation decision. Number 5. Now Foods Ashwagandha. Now Foods applies their same approach, decent manufacturing standards, NSF, certified facility, but inadequate extract specification. Their ashwagandha uses a 4:1 concentrated root extract. A 4:1 concentration ratio means 4 grams of raw root were used to produce 1 gram of extract, which is a crude measurement of concentration that says nothing about the actual withanolide content of the finished product. Concentration ratio is not a standardization. A 4:1 extract from low withanolide root produces a low withanolide product. Now does not disclose the withanolide percentage of their finished extract. Better manufacturing, same transparency gap. Number 4. Ashwagandha by Swanson. Swanson was recommended in our greens powder video for their transparent dosing. Their ashwagandha product does not apply that same standard. Swanson ashwagandha uses root powder at 450 milligrams with no extract standardization and no withanolide disclosure. The brand that earned credit for transparency in one category has not applied that standard across their product line. Supplement quality is product specific. A brand that gets one product right does not get all of them right automatically. Number 3. Garden of Life Ashwagandha. Nestlé again. Garden of Life's certified organic ashwagandha uses raw root powder, USDA certified, non-GMO verified. The organic certification is real. The clinical relevance is not. Raw root powder, at any dose, even from an organic source, has the same withanolide limitation as conventional raw root powder. It is unstandardized and has no verified relationship to the doses used in clinical research. Organic branding on an unstandardized ashwagandha product is a marketing decision. It has no bearing on whether the product produces the cortisol reduction, sleep improvement, or stress modulation that consumers are buying it for. Number 2. Nutrigold Ashwagandha Gold. Nutrigold markets itself as a premium, research-backed supplement brand. Their ashwagandha is KSM 66 certified, and that is the correct extract form. The dose is 600 milligrams per serving, which is at the top of the clinically studied range. On paper, this looks like a solid product. The problem is third-party testing verification. Nutrigold's KSM 66 certification means they are purchasing from the licensed KSM 66 manufacturer. It does not mean the finished product has been independently tested to verify that the Withanolide content survived their encapsulation process. Purchasing the right raw material and producing a finished product that retains its potency are two different quality control checkpoints. Nutrigold publishes certificates of analysis for contaminants and microbiological testing. They do not publish Withanolide-specific finished product verification. Number 1 on the list of ashwagandha supplements you need to stop buying immediately. Any ashwagandha product that does not list the extract form and Withanolide percentage on the label. This includes every product that says simply ashwagandha root extract without specifying KSM 66 or Sensoril, and a minimum Withanolide percentage. This includes every product that lists a concentration ratio without a Withanolide percentage. And it includes every product where the primary marketing claim is organic, natural, or Ayurvedic, without addressing the extract standardization that determines clinical relevance. The ashwagandha market is dominated by products in this category. They fill the shelves at every health food store, pharmacy, and online retailer. They are the products with the largest marketing budgets and the lowest clinical relevance. If the label does not say KSM 66 or Sensoril and does not list a minimum Withanolide percentage, the product has no verified connection to any clinical trial that produced a measurable result. Now, here are the 2 ashwagandha products that are worth your money. Number 1. KSM 66 Ashwagandha by Jarrow Formulas. Jarrow licenses KSM 66 directly from Ixorial Biomed, the patent holder and original developer of the extract. The dose is 600 milligrams of verified KSM 66. Jarrow publishes certificates of analysis by batch on their website. Their manufacturing is NSF certified. The Withanolide content is verified at the finished product stage, not just at the raw ingredient stage. This is what ashwagandha supplementation looks like when the brand has actually read the clinical trials and built the product to match them. Number 2. Ashwagandha KSM 66 by Transparent Labs. Transparent Labs applies the same full disclosure standard to their ashwagandha that they apply to every product in their line. KSM 66 is provided at 600 milligrams. The Withanolide percentage is disclosed, and a third-party testing certificate is available by batch. No proprietary blends, no botanical filler ingredients, no concentration ratios substituting for actual standardization data. The price is higher than most ashwagandha products on the market. The difference is that you are paying for verified Withanolide content at a clinically studied dose, rather than paying for a label that says ashwagandha and delivering an unknown fraction of what the research requires. Ashwagandha works. The research on KSM 66 and Sensoril is among the most consistent in the adaptogen literature. Cortisol reduction, sleep improvement, stress modulation, and athletic recovery benefits are all documented in multiple independent trials at doses that are publicly available and verifiable. What does not work is powdered root with unstandardized Withanolide content being sold at a premium price because the word ashwagandha is trending across social media. The clinical evidence and the marketing have been separated from each other by the brands on this list. You now know exactly how to reconnect them. The label will tell you everything you need to know if you know what to look for. KSM66, or Sensoril. With Withanolide percentage disclosed. Minimum 300 milligrams. That is the entire checklist. Everything else on the shelf that does not meet those 3 criteria is a label pretending to be a supplement. Subscribe to Supplement Decoded. That is exactly what we are here to give you every single week.